Hello everyone, welcome back to episode number 7, I think, of Frankenmuth Farming Map. We are actually doing pretty well, and the money has gone up to 270,000. I was hoping to get it up to 280,000, but unfortunately I couldn't accomplish that. But you know what? We'll get there. There's a couple of things that we still have to do today, so I'm hoping after we do that, we will be able to maybe get close to 300,000. So let's see. Just to update you a little bit, I have been doing contracts, obviously, as always, and we did some cultivating and plowing, and we what else? We harvested a bit. We ended up getting 2 sunflower harvests, and we also got some corn harvests. So just a quick update on the storage level. I think we have about let me quickly see, 32, almost 33,000 liters of corn. That was actually quite nice with those 2 harvests that we did. Sunflowers, unfortunately, it's only 2,400 liters. I was distracted when I unloaded the first field, and I ended up selling our surplus yield. I was quite disappointed in that, but you know what, it happens. So maybe if we just go look at finances, maybe we can see, okay, harvest income, it wasn't that much in any way. It was like 5,280, and that included some of the other surplus yields that we also delivered, so it's not that bad. Contract income is looking good overall. Hopefully over time we will be able to do less work for other people and more for ourselves, or make more money off our own farm instead of working for the other farmers on the map. But you know what, it's good money, so we might as well get the income and help grow our farm a bit. So one of the other things that happened is we normally have, this is the normal standard prices menu where you can check all your prices, and I saw a video of another content creator, and he used this mod, basically the time-saving stock check. And this is nice to see exactly what we have in storage, what the prices is. Then it shows you the best values. So if these prices are bright green, then it means we can actually sell this at a really good price, and it's higher than the kind of max value that you can get for the products. Now, as I understand, the max value is based on the game to date, so, or the game save, I think. So this is the best prices that we could get so far, and this is what we currently can get. So you don't even have to look at the white ones because that's quite low. The yellow ones seem to be a little bit better, but the bright green ones is actually good prices at this point. So what we're going to do is we have to go deliver planks long and wood beams at the grain mill, so that we can have them start that project. So we're going to do that, and then we're just going to do basic other stuff on the farm. I do apologize, it's a bit late in the day. I ended up taking some more contracts when I thought I was almost done, so that pushed us a little bit over the normal times. And yeah, the cars driving by us already got their lights on, and all our shed lights are on, and the house lights are on. So, but we still have a little bit to do on the farm, so let's get right into it. I just quickly want to check on our productions. Cement factory is looking good. What I want to do as well is get some wood chips over to our small cement production, because then that part of the production can also start going. We're gonna have to figure out how to load those wood chips, because at this point I have no idea. So we're gonna figure that out. Grain mill, well, what's in there is in there. It's slowly working through the oat and the wheat that we have. And then our rice saplings still have enough water for now. I think we're gonna leave the greenhouse as well. It still has quite a bit of water, so we can fill that up in the next month. And preserved food factory is going like a Boeing. Napa cabbage is running a bit low, but I think there was a pallet. Let's quickly run over and then we can at least get that into the production. So the other products that we use, well, we don't use that much of it, so it's going to build up a bit and we'll just sell that off when the prices are good. So I'm not too worried about that. We're going to make that little bit of money of it. So at least now the Napa cabbage should look a bit better, so it's back in the green. As soon as there spawns more, of course we will add more. Sawmill, the small sawmill is still pretty good on wood, and the big sawmill is still good, so we can just keep an eye on that in next month. So I think that is basically it. I think what I first want to do is, because I have no idea how difficult this is going to be, we need to figure out the wood chips situation. So I just want to see where all my tractors are at. I don't want to use that one too much. Maybe we'll grab this small one. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So let's quickly grab our little special tractor. Oh no, you know what? That is actually over at the sawmill. Never mind. We were still busy with that over there when we worked on the tree cutting and filling up the sawmill. Let's grab this guy, our Valtra. We'll quickly head over to the sawmill. I just want to get the trailer, because I suspect we're gonna have to use a trailer and basically put it in that spawn area and load the trailer with wood chips. But once again, I'm just guessing. We'll figure this out when we get there. This is just my best guess. Get this guy out of here. Okay, I'm gonna leave the door open. Okay, so once again, just to save a little bit of time on the video, I'm going to see you on that side. Okay, so here we're turning onto the road at the sawmill, and as you can see in that little bit that I cut out, it got dark, well, even darker. It seems like the game kind of knows, or the light changes dramatically as the later it gets, so we won't have light for too long. So let's see. Yeah, so it's easy. We can just load it like this instead of having to struggle with those little boxes of wood chips. So this is quite nice. I know in Riverbend Springs the sawmill spawns the wood chips in boxes, and then you have to load 1000 at a time, so that can be quite daunting, loading a trailer that way. So this is much better. So there are some positives to the, well, this I guess is a smaller sawmill, that's why we paid so cheap for it, because it doesn't make the prefab walls that we're gonna have to do in a small production. We'll probably get that started in December. I have to watch the bank balance. We need about 700 to 800,000 just to basically get all the stuff that we need for now. So that's the rice fields, the equipment for planting and harvesting rice, and also our harvesting equipment for our other fields. So there's quite a bit that we still have to do. Just want to see that course plans. And there's still some productions that we want to start. So the prefab walls, like I mentioned, and we'll most likely buy 1 or 2 other small productions for the farm. I just want to say I'm a bit lost. Pretty sure I have to be in here. Is it in here? No. I get confused with these 2 patches of forest. Keep thinking it's this one and then it's actually the next. So yeah, I think that's what I can say. But I'm quite excited about that new price checklist that we have, because it's always difficult trying to figure out exactly where's the best place to sell and to make sure that we get the best prices for our products and knowing when to sell. I actually have a little book where I write everything down, so let's just see. Hopefully we can unload this. No, we don't want to struggle with this. It's supposed to be easy. There we go. The trigger is so small. Okay, so there we go. So let's quickly activate what we need to activate. It's cement factory, and then we're gonna say activate and wood chips, activate, wood chips, activate. So hopefully we'll get a bit more money from that than we would selling the wood chips. So I'm just gonna leave this here for a minute. We'll shut that off, just turn off the lights. I want to hop into the international quick, and then we'll see how much wood beams and planks long we can get over to the grain mill. Hopefully we have enough to give them 6,000 of each. I actually doubt it. We can check this. We have planks long almost 6,000, wood beams 4,000. So we'll at least take that over for now. I just want to sell it while we have good selling prices on it. The grain mill normally pays a bit more, so the prices might stay good next month as well. And then we can sell a little bit more. Just want to turn on the lights. Luckily this international we can load quite high, so we should have one trip. We'll first load at the big sawmill and then just stop at the small sawmill and get whatever we need there. And thank goodness for liftable pallets. So here we are. Just gonna park that there. I'm going to try to fit 3 next to each other. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, there's still a little bit of space on the other side, so let's just try to shove this side over a bit. Then we'll grab some wood beams and place them on top. I'm gonna grab it a bit lower. Okay, there we go. Just fasten the seat belts. That's all we need from here for now. The other planks we'll sell at a later stage. We'll just have that build up for now. So I looked a bit and it seems like we might still get some spinach to harvest during these next couple of months, and I'm really hoping that we still get a lot of other contract work just to help us a bit with the cash flow for building up some money. So I'm just gonna have this parked here. No, maybe just like this. Okay, so we're gonna have to see what spawns. Maybe we'll place this on the back. Hopefully it spawns long planks or wood beams. Here we go. For now I won't be able to see. Let's grab this better. Looks good. And the wood beams. Needs to go on this side. Small planks. Just gonna put this on top of that. Just want to see if anything else spawns. Wonder, is there anything else in here? No. So this is what we have. We have 2, 5. I thought we had more wood beams though. So 5 long planks and 3 wood beams. Oh boy. Just get that strapped in. Almost lost half the load there. Okay, and the grain mill is just around the corner. Yeah, there it is. It will be interesting to see what this looks like when it's finished building. I haven't seen it yet. Not in other YouTube videos or anything, so it will be quite fun to see how everything turns out. I think that sawmill was quite a good investment for us. Okay, so let's unstrap that. 20,000. We're almost up to 300,000, so that's nice. At least we're starting to make money from our own farm. So I think that was the main thing that we had to do in this month before we go over to December. I wonder if we'll start seeing some snow in December or if it will only hit us in January, but we'll see. It's still going to be quiet for the next couple of months on the farm. I think we're only going to start working on fields in April. April and May we need to do or plant rice, so we're going to need 2 rice fields here on field number 13, and then our other harvests only starts in June if I'm correct. Let's hop out. And December, here we come. There we go. So our loan interest is still horrible, property maintenance and some other expenses that I didn't read quick enough. So it's starting to snow. So very soon it's gonna look beautiful. A nice and white Christmas. There's a kimchi is going. We have some of our carrots. I think our flour is still doing good. We want to use the flour and eggs and maybe make some noodle. We just quickly see productions. I was thinking we'll make some noodle soup, but we'll need eggs. So as soon as we have eggs, we can start that up. It's while we're here, let's just have a look. You see, we're just spawning everything else. Just want to get some of this out of the way, just so that we can see when we maybe spawn some apple cabbage. At some point we'll move all of this maybe into the barn or the shed. Just kind of get it out of the way. There we go. Let's at least get this in there. think the other levels should still be fine for now. Yeah, chili peppers is fine, garlic is fine, spring onion is fine. So we're good on that. Let's quickly check water levels. I think I'm gonna leave the water levels for now, and then when we go over into January we can quickly fill up. Not gonna worry too much about that now. Ground's getting nice and wet. Okay, so let's see what's up in contracts. There's a nice cultivating one, 2 plowing ones, which is gonna take a long time. But the cultivating one is nice, so we'll go ahead and borrow the items on that. Just want to think about those two. Okay, so why I'm saying I want to think about the plowing contracts is I'm not quite sure how much money we really make off it. I have taken a couple of the plowing contracts and I did the work myself instead of using a worker. And then it's basically clean profit. But with the plowing taking as long as it does and a worker doing it, I don't know how profitable it is in the end. I guess we won't spend the whole amount on wages, so it is probably still profitable. But yeah, I don't know, just still thinking about it at this point. But I'll probably do them even if I use workers for it. I just quickly want to see, where are we going? Field 28. I think it's one of the fields that... Oh, I can't even remember what we harvested on it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this piece out. I'll bring you back as soon as we're at the field. Okay, so here we are at the field. Well, you just saw me take out that guy's mailbox. Let's quickly get this unfolded. It's snowing quite hard. Okay, our worker has completed their task. Let's try this again. There we go. I did notice sometimes if you're in those smaller pieces of the field, then the workers doesn't quite know how to get the job done, so they just give up. But if they miss any spots, I just finish it for them in the end and anyway, so just want them to get most of it done for now. I actually prefer doing the cultivating myself, especially with this cultivator, because it goes quite quickly. So I use the steering assist normally to get it done. Okay, other than that, I think we should, while we have them, it's exactly the same equipment. So number 6 and number 5, they're both at the top, so it won't really matter. I think 5 is going to be easier than 6. So let's start with 5. Well, there is time, so let's just accept this one as well. Just want to see that I actually... okay, there is lease cost on that one. So we're just going to say accept contract on that one. Should have actually done it the other way around, but anyway. I think it's going to be quite difficult for the equipment to get the job done in the snow, but We'll see. Okay, and we're off. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, there we go. Let's just see that this guy gets started. I've started on field number 6 because that's the contract I took without the leasing. So as soon as this one's done, at least we have a contract freed up. Just want to see the plan. Just gonna start the outside first. Yeah, looks like it's starting the outer field first, or the headlands. This is going to be nice wage payments, but we should make a little bit of profit off it in any way, so it's quite muddy. The graphics in the game is actually quite good. At least it's big equipment, so they should be fine. I noticed I left the lights on, the international. I just quickly want to hop over. Everything here should be fine. I just want to see, it's actually interesting that we're not spawning any products. Well, I guess that takes a while. The only thing that we can really sell in December is canola oil, which we don't have yet, but we can quickly check and see if there's anything else. Planks long. We have a bit of planks long. And, well, that's basically it. Oh, and wood beams. Now, how does it say we have that much stock? Do we really? I'm just gonna hop over to the sawmill, because it has to be here. Okay, so 2 there, 2 there. I wonder where the other ones are. No, we don't want to go there. I quickly want to hop here. So nothing is spawning. On this side yet. Okay, well, the prices is good, so let's quickly check at the grain mill what they need. They still need 4,000 of each. Do they really? So I still have to figure this out, because I assume that they don't really need what's already in storage. So we can bring over 1 plank long, and we can bring over the wood beams. So let's hop into the international. Okay, you see this happens. And then we have to get him out. Okay, please don't do it again. Okay, I don't know, he's going somewhere else now. So we'll quickly get that over to the grain mill. At least we get a little bit more money. I'm actually quite looking forward to planting rice. I think I mentioned this before. That's one of the grains that I really enjoy. So whatever happens, I'll make sure that we somehow get the money to be able to start with the rice. Luckily, we're only going to need the plant at first, and we have some of the saplings. Hopefully we'll have a bit more by then. We don't have many months left, and then we can start planting that at least, and then we'll buy the harvester, I think 2 months later, 2 or 3 months later we harvest, so we have time to save up a little bit for the harvester. But that's gonna be quite exciting. Gonna cost a little bit of money, but we'll be just fine. Let's quickly get these loaded up. That was not good. Don't have to fit too many of them. Let's just see, 35,000 wood. So the sawmill should still be fine for today. And then we'll have to get some more wood in here. I'm going to have to buy a stump remover. So we'll have to remove the stumps, as far as I know, because that makes sense to me. Remove the stumps of the trees that we've cut down, and then we will be able to plant new trees and have them start growing. And then hopefully we can get the trees. Just put this in the middle for... Otherwise the truck's gonna be uneven. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So basically, if we plant new trees over here, we're gonna have a little bit of trouble once they start growing to get the other trees that's back here through and into the sawmill. And that's the only thing that kind of worries me a bit. But if we are able to plant as many as possible and cut these ones back here and move them in, we should be fine. And then we can start working on this side to get some of these trees in. If this is still on our property. I think our property basically ends where these trees end. I want to see, they didn't grow any, so that might be the max size. But I want to get some of the trees back there as well. As far as I know, they're oak, and yeah, they have a lot of leaders. And I might be planting oak trees here as well. But there is another tree that I'm considering that I've seen. They say you get quite a few liters from. So yeah, and then we can start harvesting this side. Just get this strap down before I forget. Just gonna squeeze through here. There was something that I spent money on off camera. I took fertilizing contracts, and our fertilizer, when we spread the lime, we noticed that the tank is too small, and the spreading, we didn't add the spreading discs because at that point we didn't have quite enough money to add that. So I upgraded that piece of equipment for us. It has 6-meter spreading discs on now, and it has a big tank, so the tank's extended, so that will help us when we have to spread lime again in future, and also when we spread fertilizer, that tank is a bit bigger, so we don't have to struggle to get the international over and fill up the sprayer. Let's just, I quickly want to see. So wood beams, we're gonna get two of those and 2 planks long. So we should get 10,500. Here we go. And 1 rand off. Or 1 buck. Call it a buck. Okay, so that's, we're getting close to that 300 that I was aiming for. But anyway, I'm gonna set a new target for December and try to do as many of the contracts as we can. So I'm quickly gonna hop over to the farm, and then we can have a look at our fertilizer spreader. I just felt like that was a good investment. So I think we paid 6,000 for the spreading discs, if I remember correctly, either 6 or 8,000, and the tank wasn't expensive to upgrade, so that was 100% worth it. And I've used the implement myself and spreaded the fertilizer, and it went like a breeze. Just gonna park the International at the house. And I left it in this shed over here. What did I leave outside? What is this? Solid fertilizer. Why would I leave it outside? So it looks like this now. Nice big tank and spreading discs. That's quite nice. This one is actually full. Just gonna walk a bit further from that because it wants to fill up. So it opens the tank when I walk past it. So there we go. That's this story. Let's just check on our workers. It sometimes makes silly mistakes. This looks good. He'll be starting the headland soon. This fella is gonna keep himself busy for a while. So that is all that. Okay, maybe while we're here, I just quickly wanna hop over and get the greenhouses filled with water. Let's see how many rice saplings we have. Okay, so it's still spawning outside. Did we fit through here the previous time? Barely. Okay, there we go. Stop overloading. And I wiggled this. There. I'm not close enough to the trigger. Here we go. I think this is gonna take a minute because we haven't filled this in a while. Definitely haven't filled this in a while. Should be close to full now. Could probably check. Feels like it's going on for quite a while. Yeah, it's almost full. There we go. Now we can skip another couple of months. Okay. Okay, let's hop into the purchase menu and we want to have a look at Special crops, animals, forestry, stump cutters. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. So we're gonna need this, and it is unfortunately more expensive than I thought it was. To be honest, we won't be able to really continue without it. I might hold off on buying it for now, but I don't know. We're gonna have to buy this. Otherwise we can't start planting the other trees, and I'm gonna have to start removing those stumps. So we're just gonna have to bite the bullet here. Okay, let's first check the special menu. We don't need that, we don't need that, and we don't need that. Would have been nice if they gave us a stump cutter on special. This is just gonna have to happen. See, all these expenses that I don't account for. Makes it a little bit difficult, but you know what? We've got this. Okay, I just quickly want to get the trailer back to the farm, and then I'm gonna hop over to the shop and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we didn't get far. Apparently this worker is finding himself in a little bit of a predicament. Let's just get him out of it. I know that wasn't pretty, but it wasn't my fault. AI has completed their job. No, you haven't. Please don't do the same section twice. Hopefully when he's done with the headlands, or maybe even now, he should stop going into the ditch. Okay, I don't know, he's off somewhere. Okay, you just keep going. We've got stuff to do. I'll just keep an eye on him. I just want a 66 on the cultivator. Just want to check that he's still going and not stuck. Yeah, no, he's going, so that's good. Okay, so see you at the shop. We try again. Okay, so we're back at the shop. Get our little stump cutter. So this is going to be quite a job to get all those tree stumps out, and but luckily the trees are planted in a row, so I'm thinking going over them, cutting one at a time, will actually not be that bad. It's just going to be important just to see all the stumps. Luckily now in winter is actually the best time to do it, because the underbrush in the forest is not there, so we might be able to see the stumps better, depending on whether the snow covers it up. And I don't know, we might have to wait a bit, but at least we have the implement. So at times while contracts are busy going on the farm, I'm gonna try and see if I can get some of those stumps out, and then we'll have an episode where we plant the trees. So we'll get a small tree planter, and we'll maybe lease it. I don't know if it's going to be necessary to buy it. Maybe just lease it and get a couple of trees planted, and we'll take it from there. That's also going to cost a little bit of money, so those pallets are not cheap. That was also not in the budget, but I leave a little wiggle room in the budget for unforeseen expenses, so included in the 700 or 800 that we need, we have a little bit of breathing room. But hopefully with the contracts in December, January, February, yeah, no, we still have some time. We'll be able to get everything done. I quickly want to check if the bank has reconsidered our loan amount. So according to me, nope, we're still stuck. I thought they might have reconsidered that by now. So then there might actually be a cap of 1 million. And I'm too afraid to pay back 5,000 and then we're not able to borrow it again. So that's why I'm keeping the money in the account instead of repaying the loan. So normally I try to keep the loan as low as possible, obviously for interest reasons. But I don't know, I'm still a little bit afraid of repaying. I have gone too far. Again. I guess we can repay 5. I'm gonna wait a bit. Maybe after we buy field 13 and we get the rice going, we will be able to check again, because I think we are about at 850 now in land purchases. So field 13 costs 133. I'll go do the math again and just check where we are at land purchases. But in my mind, when we're over 1 million in land, then there shouldn't be any reason why we can't pay back on the loan without being able to borrow again. There's less snow here in the forest, at least, for plantation. I guess this is more a plantation than a forest. Okay, so we can actually see the stumps. So I know a lot of you already know how this works, but there might be someone out there that doesn't know and would like to see this. So we just turn that on and it's gone. It's quite easy to remove them. I think it's when it's larger stumps, it kind of takes a minute. That one's gone. That one's gone. Okay, now this is gonna be quite easy. We just have to get all of them out. And then when we have this available and we can plant trees, it's going to be so much easier. I kind of don't want the stumps here. See if I just go in a line instead of trying to catch them one by one. Went too quickly over that one. Here we go. It's always so difficult working in between the trees. Because, yeah, and I'm one of those people, I duck and dive for all the branches in my behind the computer. So, as if I'm actually there, but I try to look over them or something like that, you know. Silly things we do. Okay, looks good. This tree is a bit in the way, so I can't get over that, so I'm gonna have to kind of wiggle around. There we go. Just try to miss the tree at least. Okay, so it's easier to go over them than to try to reverse over them. And now you see, now I'm sitting here trying to stretch my neck just to see what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Did we try and get that one now? Like a dog wagging its tail. We need a dog. I actually heard that one cut, or I did, at least. Okay, that one's gone. Just need that one. There it goes. Was there another one here? That one's out. That one's out. There we go. I think I caught most of them. The ones that I didn't get, we'll just cut once we have the other trees. Thought this was going to be a little bit more difficult than it actually is. Here we go. And then pretty soon we're going to start. I wonder where I want to drop this. I don't want it too far away, but I don't want it close to the sawmill either. Or when we start getting more trees in there. But maybe if I just place it neatly over here. There we go. Okay, so that's basically how we're gonna remove the stumps. We still have, let me just quickly check. I think we still have enough. Yeah, we still have 35,000 liters of wood in here, so we can still spawn quite a few planks, long planks and wood beams. The other thing that we still need is the prefab walls. Now I just quickly want to drive over there, basically to our other sawmill, the small production. So I just want to have a look and see how we're going to place that production and how much it costs. I think it should be also around about 37,000. Cultivating contract's almost done. That plow is stuck again. I'm sure of it. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to plow this for him, because he's not gonna leave this alone. It's not gonna be neat, but it will at least be done, and then hopefully he will move along without going into the ditches again. You should have just taken it from this side, because the entrance to the field is here. Then just to make double sure, just want to get the corner. Just see what he does. I don't want to complain about the ditches next to the fields, because that's where we get our water from. But to be honest, it makes it a little bit difficult. You see, now he keeps going over the same section over and over, because I keep rehiring him. What do you want to plow there? We've already been there. Maybe if he just figures it out himself. Okay, he figured it out. Just see. Okay, he's off again, somewhere. I just left this here, in the middle of the road. Okay, cultivating contract is done. Just gonna go to the side of the road, unhire him, because he's just wasting money if the contract's completed. Just want to see if there's more cultivating ones. Great. I was afraid of this. So I won't be able to complete that contract because I want this equipment. Complete those as well. Okay, so off camera, I'm definitely going to help that worker to get field number 6 done. And then as soon as that's done, I'll quickly do the other cultivating ones as well, while we get the worker started on the other field, field number 5, for that plowing contract. So there is quite a bit of work to do. Just quickly hop into our tractor and get this back to the farm. So this has kind of been it for this episode. I know there wasn't a lot that happened. At least we're starting to make money out of the sawmill. If you think about it, we sold about let me just see where I am. We sold about, I think the first lot we sold was just over 20,000 and the second batch was 10,000, so we made 30,000 already off the planks. And well, okay, we took some from the small production as well, but I mean, if you take it that we say we got 30 in for now and we paid 150 for the sawmill, then we already made what, a lot of money from it. So soon enough we'll be able to say that we're paying back the cost of the sawmill, and at least we have something that brings in a little bit of money. And once we are done with the grain mill, we can still sell those planks off, or we can start building our own farmhouse. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. I'm thinking, kind of playing with the idea of buying that other piece of property that I like, that's closer to the sawmill, that has that nice open area, and that farm really looks nice. And buying that, selling the current house that's on there, building a new house on that side, and then we use this house and farm until that farmhouse is done or built. And then we'll decide if we want to sell everything off at this farm and maybe create a cow field, or maybe get some cows and sheep on this piece of land, and we'll use this as basically just one of our farms or farm lands, and then we'll live on the other side. So yeah, kind of playing with the idea, but we'll see what happens. But thank you for joining me. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see or get notified when I post new videos, you can hit the notification bell. I'm going to see how this goes. It's winter months now, so there's not a lot happening. So I might be going through 1 or 2 months just to start getting us into the new harvest season and planting season. But yeah, I do as much contracts as I can during the day and speed up the time and make sure that we get some good money in, and then I go over to the next month. So I might be only seeing you again February, March, but yeah, if anything interesting happens or there is a bit of work that we have to do, like planting trees and things like that, I'll definitely bring you guys back in so that you can see that process, and we'll take it from there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching the videos and liking, and yeah, any support for the channel will be highly appreciated. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.